Hi, my name is Dane, and I am doing podcasts for A Balanced Body. And we're at my studio, North Star Pilates Solutions in Buffalo, New York. This is Kim, and she's going to be demonstrating an exercise called tricep press on the chair, sitting on a box. And again, this is a scapular stabilization exercise. So really what we're looking to do is to make sure that those scapula stay in position while the arm does whatever it is the arms are doing. So this is, again, very important for athletes who require upper body stability and strength, gymnasts, swimmers, golfers, anybody that needs to keep their arm in place while the rest of their body is doing something else. So what I'm going to have Kim do is just turn around and face forward, and her hands are going to reach back for the pedals here. So when you're setting somebody up for the exercise, you just want to make sure that they're not too far back on the box or too far forward. Too far back would kind of bunch them up a little too tight, and then too far forward would make their shoulders reach too far behind them, and that might be uncomfortable for them. So this is a great exercise to kind of gauge what somebody's flexibility is in their shoulders, as well as kind of teaching them how to stabilize their scapula. So I'm going to have Kim press the pedals all the way down to the floor and then lean back just a little bit. So you want to make sure that that lean back comes from the hips and not from spine extension. So if she were to extend too much from her spine, what you'd see is her rib cage pop way out in front, and that's not necessarily what we're looking for. So you want to cue a little bit more abdominal stability in front. That helps keep the spine in a more neutral position, and then she can just lean back from the hips. So bring everything back for me just a little bit, right there, perfect. So keeping spine in neutral and keeping the shoulders nice and open, what I'm going to have Kim do is just inhale and bend both elbows. And then as she exhales, she's going to reach the arms nice and long. Good. Inhale and bend. And exhale and press. So she's going to keep going for me. And what we're looking for here is to make sure, again, that the scapula stays stable. So we want to avoid any kind of scapula or shoulder raising up toward the ceiling or any kind of shoulder rolling forward. So we want to make sure that we keep a nice connection across the upper back, as well as keeping the chest and collarbones nice and open. So I'm going to let her do a couple more repetitions here. And exhale and press down. Inhale and bend. And exhale and press. Good. Bend the elbows for me here. And go ahead and lean forward and just take a quick pause here. So you can do this exercise with both arms, or you can do it single arm. So I'll show a single arm variation here. So why don't you go ahead and put both arms back on the bar for me, Kim. Good. Straighten out both elbows and gently lean back just like you did before. Good. So you're going to take your right arm and extend it straight out in front of you. Yep, perfect, right there. So now we're working a little bit more unilateral stability and a little bit more core stability because now only one side is working. So inhale and bend that left elbow for me there, keeping that spine nice and tall. Exhale and push down with that left arm. Good. Inhale and exhale and press. So you may need to lighten the spring a little bit if you did the same spring tension for two arms and one arm. Kim is pretty strong, so she can do the same spring tension for single arm as well as for both arms. Good. And you would obviously switch sides to make sure you're getting both sides in. Good. And you can bring the pedals up for me. Go ahead and lean forward and relax. Good. So that's the tricep press exercise for scapular stability. Thanks for watching.